Okay, so now let's talk about some of the things that you're going to run into with the modern women here. Let's get rid of that there. Okay, so the double agent. This is what I call the false promise. Okay, take this classic Marilyn Monroe line that women love to throw out there. Okay, and tell me if you guys in the chat, just like a yes or oh yeah, if you have heard some form of this from women. If you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as heck don't deserve me at my best. You'll see the memes reposted, you'll see this, you'll see that, you'll have some form of this type of thing, man. We see this a lot, okay? Yeah, I got bored. Yeah, right there. I got bored, right? That's it. And especially when women have tasted it all. They've been with the Chad and Tyrones. They've been with all, as my man Coach Greg Adams will say, done monkey double backflips all over the place. Of course they're going to get bored with one guy because they've tasted all this other stuff. And then now it's like, oh, you got bored. And women like praise other women for like, yeah, well, you don't settle. Never settle. All right, so take this double agent, right? Marilyn Monroe. Okay? So here's actually, a lot of people don't know, this is more of like the full one that women like to leave out a lot of times. I'm selfish, impatient, and a little insecure. I make mistakes. I am out of control and at times hard to handle. But if you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as heck don't deserve me at my best. Okay, when a woman has this type of mindset, which a lot of them do these days, just run away. Run away. Order some new fast running shoes off of eBay and put them on and run like crazy. Or else you'll be another sucker to fall for the false promise, okay? Here's the false promise. And here's what a lot of guys get sucked into. Is that, and the false promise is it only works for her. It's one-sided. Women make you assume, this is part of their clever manipulation, they make you assume that this deal works both ways. If you put up with her crazy behavior, you're with her at her lowest of lows, then, she will be there for you during your lowest of lows. And that's simply not the case. How many guys think about that, right? Because like right now, if I just sat back rationally, it's like, all right, yeah, I think that sounds good. If I were to ever marry a woman, I would expect she's going to have some lows and I'm going to be there for her during her lowest of lows. And then a guy goes, yeah, and that's fair because also when I have, my lowest of lows, she'll also be there for my lowest of lows, right? Think of the marriage vows. Till death do us part, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, right? Think about that. Lowest of lows, highest of highs. I'll be there for you. However, because of hypergamy, right? Because of how easy it is for divorces and all that, we know that that is simply not the case. Any man that has lost his job, any man that has been sick or got an injury, our military, men like that, they give everything and something happens. Maybe they lose a limb. And thinking, okay, I'm there for her lowest of lows. She'll be there for my lowest of lows. Well, is that really the truth? No, absolutely not. Because of hypergamy and because of our society's condition, like, hey, just move on, never settle, right? Here's a meme that I think sums this up, all right? Check this out, guys. This is on MGTOW Reddit. It's a great Reddit. I love it. Look at this. I got fired today, babe. And look at her. Look at that. She's there for him. I got fired today. And then look at the next one. Oh, a little bit, she's a little bit more invisible. And then poof, she's gone. All right. That is more of the reality. So again, the false promise is that if you put up with her craziness, you put up with her at her lowest of lows, and you expect that she'll put up with you at your lowest of lows, that is simply not the case anymore. And again, I will say this again. My mother, more women in that generation, before all this other stuff, they were the type that worked, at least in my family, right? We have so few divorces in my family. I got really lucky. Everyone's really close-knit. But they were the ones that were like, yeah, I'm going to stick with him through the lows of the lows. You know, when there's lows of the lows, the women that support them, stick with them, that's what would make a beautiful relationship. But these days, that holds no merit anymore. Women are growing up believing that men are out to get them in the patriarchy, so they have no problem when anything goes wrong. See you later. Not even if anything goes wrong, everything's fine. But this guy, he's got a Ferrari, man. Look at those bags of cash he has. It's like, oh, sorry, man. See you later. That's just the truth of the situation these days. And there's a whole reason for this. There's a lot. It gets pretty conspiratorial about people that applauded division against men and women. But regardless, this is there's no other way to play it right now until things change in society. I'm going to pop in right here. All women are secretly lesbians. Don't do anything for her thinking she would do the same for you because she is a human and humans are unpredictable. Do it and expect the worst. Yeah. And you know what? I'm an optimist, guys, but this is truth, right? With intersexual dynamics, there are things, reality that you just have to be awakened to. Alpha widow syndrome sufferer. Yep. Alpha widow. That's like when she's tasted the alpha. She's tasted the guy that can make her panties wet. She's going to want to experience that again after she's been with this guy for 2 years. This other guy, great guy, all that great guy, but he doesn't do the same things in the bedroom that she's used to, right? It's as simple as it could be, that little simple thing, and she wants a taste again. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment, share the video, but definitely subscribe.